America, welcome to sports. In layman's terms, I'm your guy Willie So-So, and to my right we have
CB Franchise. What's up, y'all?
What's up, and to my left we have
TBD. What up, though?
And to her left we have
Welcome back to the greatest of all time. That's a work in progress. I'm getting better. Shit. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I like your summertime outfit.
At least he's here.
Thanks. You're welcome.
And I have a haircut this shit every week too.
You did good. You don't have no hat on, nothing. I'm proud of you.
I'm not.
Just that he's here.
That's fair.
He's here. That's progress.
That's a work in progress.
Absolutely. America, y'all know how we do, what we do, and where we do it from. Beaming to you from our favorite water and hole Snippers Pool and Pub in Livonia, Michigan. Coming to you with no coach speak, no media spin, just some sports fans at the bar with the drinks, of course. Talking sports just like you. Let's get on into it.
All right.
1-2. Oh, it stayed up. Baez hits it high in the air, deep left field to the wall. It is gone! A Javi Baez grand slam.
Javi Baez hit a 3-run homer back in the 6th. And Baez cranks this deep to left. Way back there. Goodbye! Javi Baez! The Tigers! With a resilient walk-off victory.
Section's over. There's a long fly ball, center field. Baez tailing it back. He's at the wall. Oh, don't do it to him, Javi. He used to be a shortstop. Now he's a dazzling outfielder.
So
Look how he looked over to the franchise that quickly.
we're gonna get to the proceeding this evening.
You're going to put the Kendrick Lamar. Say Drake.
Gotta kick you in that.
No.
Gotta kick you in that. Gotta kick you in that.
No. This is all for you.
He said so.
I'm not. I can't keep bashing you over the head with this.
Yes, you can.
You're right. I can't. Javier Baez. Who? Javier Baez. Javier Baez.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Herbie Baez. Javier motherfucking Baez.
It's a long last name to put on the back of a jersey.
Yeah, it'll fit.
It is.
I'm not gonna rash your body.
The girls are fighting.
The dude he's on a tear. I don't know if I want to call it a streak or not, but dog is getting off. He had a walk-off 3-run home run in Game 2 against Boston. In fact, he had two 3-run home runs. Has he? Here's a question I want to know.
Okay. Oh, he looked at us.
We're getting to it.
I had to, because he's been shitting on Javi.
Yes, he
time.
is.
He's been shitting on the whole Tiger organization.
But here's my question.
So much so he don't even like Steve.
Javi Baez in particular. This is his 4th season with the Tigers.
Okay.
And the first 3 seasons, America, he was absolutely hot garbage juice on a summer day. He was horrible.
At least it was warm.
He was flat and stunk. He flat out stunk.
I was just looking for silver.
And you looking for this? Well, speaking of silver linings, this year, thus far, through 43 games, he's playing at all-star MVP caliber level. My question is this.
Yes.
Wait for the question. Has he done enough? Does his performance this year make up for the past 3 seasons?
It's not enough.
Damn. Thank you, Kendrick. Right on time.
But it's not enough.
I didn't play that. I didn't play that. America, I didn't play that.
It wasn't nobody but the Lord.
Must be coming from the baseball guys.
There wasn't nobody but the Lord. America, I swear that wasn't the same. Okay, so this doesn't make up This doesn't make up for the past.
I mean, it just shows that you're worth the dollars that you're getting now. So just keep it going. Consistency is something that's key. Even if I don't know a lot of baseball, you can't just and then you finally starting to do it. So keep it up. I ain't gonna shit on you, but it's not enough.
And okay, that's fair. Not enough. Does it make up for the past 3 years?
No. If he does it like this year, then maybe. I mean,
If he keeps
for a full year, then I'm sure it makes up for it, but it makes his
At least balances the scale.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Currently, the man is hitting 317.
Let's see what he's bad in June 1st.
Let's say he does keep this up.
Okay.
And they get to the World Series. I'm not going to say that they win.
Okay.
But they get to the World Series. And it's in large part to Javier Baez's performance as a player. Does that make up for the first 3 years of him being absolutely putrid?
I'll say the phrase "make up" is what I'm having a hard time.
Okay.
Does it make it seem like, oh, it makes sense why you're here? Then I'll concede to
You're
that.
finally performing
Exactly.
to what you're getting paid.
Because the best way I can do it is I'll compare him even when it comes to, hey, you're a first round draft pick, seeing how you just performed this past season, it makes me look forward to seeing what else you can do. So now, given what you didn't do the first couple of times, it doesn't write you off as being a horrible player, but the one good season is not going to be like, oh, because right now the consistency has been season upon season upon season versus, oh, I have a different level of respect for you now. Let's see where else you can go. That's where I'm at with it.
All right. Well,
Can't make up for the past. Look toward the present. Look toward the future.
That's why the rearview mirror is smaller than the big mirror.
Yeah,
Come on
that's
now.
right.
What was that? In a fucking cave with Egypt with Aaron Rodgers? That's what he comes up with?
all introspective and shit.
That was
that-
good.
Let's see. I'm not gonna look at his past horrific play.
And what you doing now?
But what he's doing now is not worth the pay. You already got paid. You didn't produce from the beginning. But you gotta produce now to the future. If they get through the World Series, then you can kind of like, I can say look past them. You can kind of like say, okay, man, you was a fuck up for the first 3 years. And we did get the World Series. But they didn't get the playoff last year, so.
Yeah, but I mean, that actually had nothing to do with him.
True.
By the time they got to the playoffs. Okay.
I'm not gonna say he's gonna make up for no past.
You are really a work in progress. That was very profound.
I'll get used to it.
All right.
I swear, because he's going to say some fuckery by the end of the show. No. But, okay, moving on. So, World Series. I just sort of kind of lobbed that out
That
there.
was good.
Looking at the way that the Tigers are playing right now.
And I did watch 2 games.
Good job. You are a work in progress as well. But they have the best record in the league right now. They're tied for it with the Mets.
They got the best right now. I think
No, they tied with the
one game
Mets.
up on. That's their thing.
They tied with the Mets.
Yes, it is. They
I don't know, but they both 28-15 right now. Anyway, is it too early to start talking about them as World Series contender?
For sports in layman's terms, no.
You really are a work in progress.
It's never too early.
Is it too early, guys?
Oh, no.
No?
No, I'll go back to the season had started. They took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees.
Mhm.
They're currently working on a possible seat for the Red Sox. They took 2 out of 3 in Seattle.
Took 2 out of 3 from the
Took
Padres.
2 out of 3 against the Padres.
got
And these are teams.
That's mine.
These are teams that are supposed to be expected.
They've been playing. They've been playing
Yeah,
very
so
good.
yeah, they've been playing pretty good.
Because the series that I ended up watching
The only
was
the only downfall is that they might be playing in the best division of baseball.
That is a whole nother issue.
is the Texas team in Rangers.
The Rangers.
I think that's the game that I watched. Where they
They
won like,
took 2 out of 3 from them.
and then I watched.
No,
watched the
they
game.
lost. They lost 2 out of 3.
They won one, but then the other game I saw them come back was Colorado Rockies.
Oh, they swept them.
Yeah.
But Colorado is
Colorado.
the whole team version of what Javi Baez was last season. But
He did not deserve that straight.
Wow. Shots fired.
he
Shots fired.
was
They should
statistically possibly the worst player in
Content,
MLB.
stop living in the past. I need you to heal.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Okay, so yeah, we one big happy family. We all agree on all of this shit.
But now
We went to therapy.
Sit your ass down.
The NBA playoffs are currently going on. We already got one team in the Eastern Conference Finals. That is the Indiana Pacers.
this is pretty much expected.
Well, we didn't expect them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. What we did expect was for Cleveland to
Oh
choke.
no, I expect them to be in the finals because
I'm
last
not
year.
gonna lie to you. I thought that Indiana was going to make it just how they were playing
But last
last year.
year, same team.
I did. But
I don't think they're gonna win it, but I think they made it. They're gonna make it.
hold on, stop and pause. How the hell you expect them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
When he was going
Well,
to
you
Boston.
expect us to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we
We
would
would
have
have played Boston.
And we would have beat Boston.
You're right. We would have played Boston, so we wouldn't have to play them.
No. I just knew that we were going to make it to at least the second round.
He expected the Pistons to be in the Eastern
I mean,
Conference
they should
Finals.
be because they should have beat in New York.
In
They
fairness,
blew two games in that series.
I'm not trying to live in the past, but in fairness,
You worked in this therapy, man.
I am.
She's such a fucking lady. Yes, I am.
I thought we would make it at least second round. But we did beat a healthy Boston. But Boston got New York looking like a stellar team, which they're not. We had them scrambling for every single point that they had to make just in the first round.
Oh,
But moving forward with that, the way Indiana was playing, that was the team that I was more nervous about playing because we played similar styles of basketball, and Indiana were beating us just in the regular season.
All right. So
But I am happy to see that Indiana's there. I knew Cleveland was going to do exactly what I thought Cleveland was going to do. Yeah,
We
he's
are
the number
here.
one seed, but
But
what?
here's the thing. More importantly than all of it, here's the thing that we have to revisit. I know you don't want to live in the past, but we're going to go back to the past one more time.
Let's get
My therapist told me
88 miles an hour
Here we go.
in the past.
reverse.
I'm in the DeLorean. Backing up.
Right, come on, Back to the Future.
Before this season started,
Okay.
we all made our picks for who we thought was going to win the NBA championship.
Phoenix Suns.
You are so full of crap.
None of us chose the Phoenix Suns,
Even the Phoenix Suns didn't choose the Phoenix Suns.
but
I'm gonna bet on myself.
you did choose Boston,
Not over yet.
and you
Not over that fucking double zeros.
Boston. You chose Denver,
Ain't
and
nothing
I
going.
chose the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You did not.
I did.
You don't even remember who you picked. You was just on
I never beat the Timberwolves.
I certainly did pick the Timberwolves.
Stop.
I figured that you did because you kept talking about Anthony Edwards and you were talking.
The trade that they made with New York.
Yes,
To,
because that's how Cat got gone. That's why you picked Minnesota. I remember that.
Because I thought that was a dope trade sending Julius Randle to Minnesota.
Correct. You did pick Minnesota.
So as you sit defending your damn pick,
They ain't over yet.
Boston is down 3-1.
They win right now. They come back with
And they out here playing with jerseys that look like Michael Jordan ass
Yeah,
at a
but-
BBL. They out here playing engineering shit.
more importantly than any of
It's
that,
done.
why you talking about it ain't over till it's over? It's over for Jason Tatum.
Don't do that. That is not. That's not good. That's not.
He might be gone for next season too.
Yeah,
He is.
it's a torn ACL. He's done.
Not Achilles, but yes,
Okay.
going for the season.
Next season. Shoot. They might not be doing nothing next
I
year.
saw when he
But
fell. I'm like, ugh.
they got a well good enough team to do something next year too.
No, they're not.
Well, no, because they
They're
gonna
gonna
blow the
play
team
that. They're gonna blow that whole
I
team.
mean, yeah, they screwed.
They have to. They don't have the money to do it.
I'm grown.
They can't afford everybody.
Well, they might take a lot of people trading to get Giannis. Who knows?
That wouldn't even make
No.
sense for them. That wouldn't make sense for them.
With their money, yes.
They're
But they
not
have to get rid of like
trading
3
for
other people
Giannis.
for Giannis.
And not only are they
That's
going to
nothing
not
to do
trade for Giannis, but they're probably going to get rid of Kristaps Porzingis
They have to.
and Jaylen Brown and
They're not
a bunch of
getting
other
Jaylen Brown.
motherfuckers.
Shit, they might have to end up getting rid of because Tatum
They're
don't
not
think
getting rid of
that
Jaylen
good.
Brown.
They might have to fuck around and get rid of Drew.
Tatum don't
Holiday.
have no, everybody's in place.
He ain't lying.
Let's also deal with something else that's going on in the NBA playoffs that's sort of kind of bugging me out.
Then he
The
tried.
one thing Then we said it was only going to be a matter of time. We said it. The one thing that I've noticed in the NBA playoffs is that they're letting them play. This has been one of the
and no.
Sometimes.
But overall, this has been one of the more physical
Okay. I would agree with
playoff series that I've seen across the board, regardless of what series we're talking about.
Okay. The only reason why I disagree,
Okay.
yes, there's been physicality. But some stuff that's a foul is a foul is a foul is a foul.
True.
I don't mind them not calling the hand checking and all that stuff. But when shit,
I do.
I'll say this. One of the games I watched, and it was the New York Boston series. I want to say it was game 4. Brunson goes up, lands weird, fucks up his own ankle, and because Buddy ended up trying to go for a ball that he thought wasn't gonna make it, they gonna call an offensive foul, damn near a technical on him because Brunson rolled his own ankle again. Against what player was it? But I know it was a Boston game. But it was so
he tripped over his
ridiculous.
foot.
He tripped over his own
They called a
foot,
flagrant foul.
and they called a flagrant foul on the defensive player. Now that's the stuff that I have a problem with. Now if you don't let him play, let him play. But if we're gonna call things as flagrants and technicals and all of this stuff, that's where I guess the line is drawn.
That's kind of, I don't care about that part.
I do.
Part is this.
Because they gave them a 5-point chance.
That happens. Sometimes they miss a play. They're not going back and look at that.
No.
But it gets me though is even in the Boston, New York series, in the Denver, OKC series, all of them. When the motherfucker drives past you, he grabs the guy and pulls him back. That's an offensive foul. They don't call that. They hooking. They doing all that.
They not even calling shit as far as traveling and double.
Okay, so we got a problem with the officiating. You can't deny. Hold on. You can't deny though that they are letting them play.
Sure.
The shit that we hold on. The shit that we have literally been bitching and moaning about, the NBA is soft, the NBA is soft. For all intents and purposes, they've let them play.
I agree.
But you can't let a person get the advantage by grabbing other people.
I'll say this.
I
100% agree with you, but when certain things are just egregious, you can't pick and choose when you're going to blow the whistle. Because that Hardaway Jr. shit was some bullshit with us.
Actually, you can.
That backcourt shit was some bullshit with us. Stuff that is obvious and that the whistle should have been
She's been waiting to live in the past.
I was gonna say, we're not living in the past.
She's been waiting to live in the past.
We're not living in the past, right? We're not living in the past.
TBD.
I didn't say I was a therapist. I said I went to a therapist.
Okay.
All right. Also, in NBA news, Giannis Antetokuonmpo.
Here we go.
No, I'm impressed because I've never tried to say his last name.
I was scared to. My therapist told me don't be scared.
That's fair.
Giannis
I called him
Antetokounmpo is on the trading block.
It's a point.
One.
That's possible.
Do you think that a deal is going to get done at all? Franchise. Do you think that a deal is going to get done where Giannis gets traded somewhere?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. It's your dream. Give me some of that.
I think you stayed in the Caribbean way too long. Where you were.
You did get a tan.
You missed a lot of stuff.
I'm going to avoid that joke. I'm going to avoid it.
Okay,
so why do you think
Sunburn.
why do you think that Giannis is going to get traded?
It's basic math. His time in there run its course. It's run its course. They got his championship. They tried it with Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard probably won't be playing next year either.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
They got tons of free agents, and the free agents aren't the best people out there anymore. And I think if you're Giannis, you want to try to at least get one more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's run its course.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker.
I don't know if it'll happen or if it doesn't. But if it does, do you all think that the Pistons should make an appeal for him?
No.
I'll tell you this. Let's hear it for our Caribbean guy.
My personal
and
Caribbean queen.
and
the basketball enthusiast. Here you go. My personal opinion on this is it's all a show.
personal, guys. Personal.
I don't think Giannis is going anywhere. This so you can look for a trade. And what they're going to want is going to be way too high and team will give them. Way too high. And I don't think Lillard can be able to come back. If they traded away their best chance to win this year, they got rid of Middleton. They got rid of Middleton and got Kuzma. That's not even a good out-eating trade. Nowhere near.
Well, if you're talking about availability, one of these motherfuckers will be on the floor and one of them won't.
Kuzma wasn't on the floor either. He couldn't score.
He was a body that was there, and he wasn't in a wheelchair.
Wait. Who was he backing this guy up? What guy did he say?
No, he was talking about the Chris Middleton trade being a bad
But
trade.
who else was supposed to be there? Wait, what up? Did he say?
Well, I mean, that was the trade. He said it was a bad trade.
Okay. Bad trade.
He said it was a bad trade.
So I believe that this is all ploy. They're gonna try to leverage whatever they got left. If they do trade him, man, the other team got to give up a lot. I mean, a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, he's one of the top 10 players in the league.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't help you if you cripple your team. You get one guy.
All right. So
if you keep him, all you're doing is guarantee your first round exit in the playoffs again next year.
So
I tell you this, no, I don't believe
We
that.
have no first round picks for the next 5 years.
My move would be to fire the GM, make that dumbass trade, get another GM in there, and then work some magic.
yeah, that does absolutely nothing
so to
for the
answer
team in the interim.
so to answer
You have
the
no
question,
first round picks for the next 5 years in Milwaukee.
That's true because they're
Hold on.
stupid.
to answer the actual question,
Uh-huh.
I do
Look at
believe
this.
these because you're making it seem like they're just putting it out there for speculative. No, at this point,
No, I think
Milwaukee-
they're serious, but I don't think they'll be able to put moving.
Milwaukee has gotten a championship with him. So
Yes.
if you want to add the personal feelings involved, he's already done enough for that city more so than any time else.
Okay,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
that-
saying?
yeah,
so
so
moving
that-
on that to the side. As far as the Pistons getting him, I'll say this. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I just don't see how it will work without us giving up a lot of things that are already working.
Here's what was.
That's why I don't
projected.
want him.
So let's
Okay,
make
tell me
it
the
real.
projection so that way I
Here's
can.
what was projected. If the Pistons were to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm gonna keep saying it because I get it right and I'm proud of myself.
You'll do better than trade the way.
Hey, bring both of them.
It's got that.
I'm gonna let it completely out of the show. You know, right?
Okay.
Here's what the trade is. Pistons get Giannis.
Okay.
We give up Tobias Harris,
Okay,
Ron Holland,
don't worry about it.
Jalen Duren, Jay Nivey,
Oh.
Too much.
and 3 first-round picks.
No.
You're losing too much.
And see, that's for me, as much as I think that he is an awesome player, it's not worth us losing what we have as our nucleus because the one thing that has worked for the Detroit Pistons team from all the years I've been watching them play basketball, we don't necessarily need quote-unquote superstars in the league. The superstars that we have end up becoming just superstars to us as the city, and then they get recognition because of how well they play together. You never know who's going to be hot or cold and none of that stuff. I don't want to give up all of that because especially when I see how Ron Holland's playing, when I see, and Ivy was injured, but once he comes back, I'm not willing to get rid of that young talent because the reason why you didn't see him now is because he's injured. I like the way the team is playing now. We really just need a little bit more consistency as far as lack of turnovers. We don't need to do any more of that and just get better with our free throws. So I really don't want to obstruct the team that much. That's why I'm only bypassing Giannis in that regard. Not because he's not a good talent, but I'm not willing to give up everything that makes us a good team.
I'll give you this though.
So what she's saying is she has Brad Holmes fever.
I'll give you this
Hold
though.
on. I'm not gonna let you do that. And I'm gonna smack it off here.
She's got Brad
I'll
Holmes
give
fever.
you Tobias Harris.
Yes.
I'll give you Ron Holland.
Yes.
I'll give you Blake Beasley.
Uh-huh.
And
I
I'll
like
give
Blake.
you
Let me hear him out. Let me hear him out.
and I'll give you 3 first-round draft picks.
You can't give him.
That's probably not gonna get. Huh?
You can't give him.
Sign the trade.
You can.
Sign the trade.
You can literally sign them and then trade them. Yeah. Now, with that said, I don't think that's enough to get it done. That's one.
I'm not giving Bill Ivy.
But here's what I will say about the proposed trade that was mentioned. I would do every single thing that they asked for in that trade, except for Jay Knight.
Yeah.
That's the one piece that I would not be willing to part with in any trade that anybody wants to make. And let's be clear, we talked about this on the last show. Any moves that we have to make will be via trade because the free agent market sucks. It's trash this season. So it's going to have to be via trade. Would I try to work some magic to get Giannis? Absolutely.
Okay.
Is that going to mean we're going to have to give up pieces that it's going to hurt? I think that Ron Holland, with the right coaching, is going to develop into short of a superstar. But if you're telling me,
Kate and Giannis together, that
but if
fire.
it would, except for it's not possible.
I know.
So I'm glad that they said they take Ron Holland instead of Osor Thompson in the trade.
Yeah.
Because I think he has
Osor's gonna be
way
yes.
more upside.
Yes, he does.
I would not even have him in
And
the
the way
trade.
that he played defense against Brunson,
Correct.
my goodness, that
My
boy bought out.
my only sticking point in any trade that anybody wants to make with the Pistons or the Pistons want to make with anybody is Jay Knight.
And I'm not willing to let him go.
I'm not willing to part with him. One, because we need somebody. We need another
We need a big man.
guard. No, not Jalen Duren. Jay Knight.
Oh.
I'm not. We need another guard to score.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't part with James Ivey, but they said, give us Kate Cunningham.
No. We already know that
We already know.
that's a non-starter.
Welcome to the team.
I'm not on your fucking.
You on the team now.
I am not
You
on
got to
your
tell them
team.
the last 3 years.
America,
Welcome to the team.
just for the record, just so that y'all know.
Yeah.
This is the bullshit.
Welcome to the team.
Like 3 seasons ago,
Every
was talking
season, 3
about
years straight.
trading Kay
Yes, you
Cunningham.
did.
3 years.
I was talking about trading Kay
And now he's
Cunningham
Captain K.
I know. Captain,
for a
put the tape on.
reason when we were not good.
Can't get good. Trade
Now,
pieces.
I'm saying we get a running mate with Kay.
You got one.
You're not going to get maximum value for it. Get a running mate with him.
Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
Last topic of discussion about the NBA. In America, I promise you, we are not going to spend a lot of time on this. But I had to touch it because I've been hearing shit about this particular topic that has just irked my nerves. The NBA draft lottery was this week. And the Dallas Mavericks wind up getting the number 1 pick. They had a 1.8
the best odds, right?
They had
Yes.
a 1.8% chance of getting the number 1 pick. But I want to stress one word in this sentence.
Please do.
Draft lottery. Lottery.
That means they can also gamble that way.
So what winds up happening is when Dallas gets the number 1 pick, all of the conspiracy theorists get to talking about how the draft lottery
It's gonna be awesome to see Luka and
is
play together.
rigged.
It is. You know what it is.
We hear
You trying to win the best player. You number 1.
we here at Sports and Layman's Term are prone to wild, reactionary, and irrational
Bullshit.
takes. But I could not let this one go. Y'all really think somehow or another that the NBA lottery is rigged?
So. They traded away their best player and get number. Do you believe that? How is that even possible?
So it was rigged. It was rigged when we got the number 1 pick. We got
They
K.
traded away.
Was it rigged when we got K?
Yeah, we suck.
It wasn't rigged because we definitely suck.
So it was rigged. We had to win it.
So it was rigged when we got K.
No.
Of course. It was rigged since 1960.
It was rigged. It was rigged when the Cleveland Cavaliers picked Anthony Bennett.
It was rigged at the bottom.
throwing a dart.
It was rigged. It was rigged. It was rigged
before I talk.
When
It
was rigged when Portland had the opportunity to pick Michael Jordan. They picked Sam Bowie. It was rigged.
They're like Sam Bowie.
It was rigged when that same Portland team had the opportunity to pick Kevin Durant, but they picked
old man from Ohio State,
Greg Oden.
It was rigged.
Right. And had an opportunity to pick
Dwayne Wade.
We're not talking about the number 2 pick. Oh, wait a minute. You're not talking about the pick. We're talking about the actual lottery. That was rigged when they got the number 1.
How? Why?
Oh my God!
Why? Come on, conspiracy theorists.
Nice. All right.
He tagged himself in.
Get your pencils out. I'm tagging myself in. That's right. Okay. It all goes back to. No, I'm not going to do that. It all goes back to. The first conspiracy always came out when Patrick Ewing went to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks by far did not have a chance to win the first round pick, but New York needed a player, somebody they can put their eyeballs on to watch the New York market. And then after that, I think it started with, and I'm sure I'm skipping something here.
Yeah, like 30 years.
So we all got to know when LeBron came out, oh my God, Cleveland won it. Okay?
Literally 30 years.
Cleveland. No, actually, I take it back.
I'm sorry, wasn't Wembanyama from France? Somehow he wound up in San Antonio.
Wait. I forgot. In between that, we had the old the Twin Towers. David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Oh, some of these guys go to San Antonio. How do these guys get a first round pick?
You know how they got Bobby? Because San Antonio is a piece of the NBA they gotta have. They gotta have a person there now.
And then we go to Cleveland.
Why?
We go to Cleveland
Because it's San Antonio.
What the fuck is special about San Antonio?
Cars.
Hi guys, I'll talk over here. Listen to something real quick.
I really want to.
I'm sorry, French eye.
Please make me understand how
You're not.
this is any way remotely logical.
I'm gonna tell you the most logical one. When LeBron took his talents to South Beach, when they had a good record in Cleveland, one of the most worst odds to get the number 1 pick. Who got the number 1 pick? Cleveland. Oh, and then the following year, who got the number 1 pick again because they lost LeBron? Cleveland. Whoa, wait a minute.
Please make me understand.
Cleveland just lost LeBron.
They picked Anthony Bennett. How did that work?
It's not my fault.
It's not the pick. So my question is, hold on. Because it's literally hurting my nuts. I'm about to start sweating. Make me understand what use, what good, what purpose did it serve the NBA to rig any lottery, whether it be for San Antonio or Cleveland or Dallas? What purpose does it serve?
Have you heard this?
What purpose?
Have you heard the word called the market?
Okay, so again, if we're talking about the market, hold on, let's just bear this out. If we're talking about the market, then how is it, if we're talking about the market, that New York has not had a number 1 pick since 1985?
Because they got a bunch of superstars coming in anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, a tap dance.
Yep.
America.
Free publicity.
Hey, I completely apologize for even bringing this shit up. This
No, he doesn't.
on my part. Because this was actually my idea. I'm sorry. This was the absolute most useless segment in sports and language terms.
That's not true. We've had one.
I am
Everybody said, "Oh look,
sorry.
let them talk about it for the next 5 days."
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
America, this has been sports. In layman's terms. And I mean in the most definitive sense of the
Explain
word.
layman.
This has been in layman's terms.
How dare you?
I dare you.
Okay.
Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this content. That we're no way out here talking our shit, and that I'm blowing the gasket over
And
nothing.
yeah, one other thing too is I think have a heart attack with the VIP being here, this show is rigged. Ain't that a this is rigged.
Son of a baconator.
Because you know what? He came in here, and all of a sudden,
Shit went loose.
yep. I don't rigged.
That just shows you, America, I'm the true entertainment.
It's the steam coming out the ears.
You can find us at Sports in Layman's Term on Facebook, Sports in Layman's Term on YouTube, at Lay Term Sports at X. And hell, if you really want to get in contact with us, you can find us at Sports in Layman's Term at Gmail. Again, cannot stress this enough. Like, subscribe, share this content. I am Willie So, and this is
TV franchise.
That is,
TBD, what up, though?
and that is.
A cry for help.
Don't cry, baby. I got you.
All right.
A work in progress. I'll help everybody.
Look at the play with the way to run on third.
Where?
Look at the play with the way to run on third. Javier Baez.
Javier! And you literally just can't say this motherfucking name right
And he popped it up.
More importantly,
It's foul territory.
this is sports in layman's terms.
Good night, America.
I'm going to drink some more.